Mike's Music Method. In this video, you will learn how to play an open D major chord with the right fingers and form. You'll learn the invaluable importance of the OK sign. And you'll learn how to play Tom Petty's Free Fallin'. Kind of like this. This is a chord diagram, a D chord. If you're new to this, remember, you can turn it sideways. Whoop! And look! There we are, playing our guitar. This makes more sense if you're first learning. The bottom line is the first string of the guitar. When you hold it, the one way down, closest to the floor. Second line is the second string, third string, fourth, fifth, and the sixth, the lowest sounding one. Now, the dots are where you're going to place your finger on the fretboard. This column would be the first fret, the second, and the third. Now, the numbers over here tell you which fingers to use. So for a D chord, we're going to use our second finger on the second fret of the first string. Then our third finger to play the third fret of the second string, and our first finger, our index finger, to play the second fret on the third string. Let's look on the guitar now. This is what your D chord should look like. Let's break that down. I'm using my second finger, or my middle finger, to play the second fret of the first string. Right next to that fret, I get a good sound, right? Then I'm using my ring finger, or my third finger, to play the third fret on the second string. See if you can get that one to sound as well. Now, as a beginner, what often happens is this third finger will accidentally be laying a little too flat, and it will unfortunately touch the first string. So we need fingertips, and we really need to arch our fingers. And then my first finger is going to play the second fret on the third string. So the frets are 2, 3, 2. And I'm using middle, ring, index. And on the fourth string, I can play it open. So I'm going to be strumming that one as well. Now, the fifth one, you can also play. Definitely don't play the low E, but sometimes it depends what the context is. Either you're going to play 4, but it's not wrong to play 5 strings. It's a fuller sound. You just don't have the root, the D, and the bass. There's your D chord. It's good to test, right? So you play each string. That one sounds good. So does that one. All right, there you go. What might happen sometimes is you'll test one of them and something will be wrong, and you correct. Make sure the finger's in the right spot. Make sure the finger above it isn't lazy and accidentally touching it. Try again. There we go. Now, on to the OK. So do it with your left hand, actually, because that's where it's important. In all chords on the guitar, and usually most soloing, unless you're bending, there are some exceptions, but you want your fingers to be mimicking that. So see if you can touch each one to your thumb. See how it's nice and bent? And now let me apply that to the guitar so you can see it in action. Here is the OK sign on my guitar right here. Right? OK. I'm bringing it up to the neck. Look at all that space. See all that space behind my hand, right? It's empty. I'm not doing this. I have all that space, and that's how you end up getting leverage so that each finger is only touching one string. If that's closed, it's going to be easier for one finger to get in the way of another string when you don't intend to play that string. So that OK sign is super important. Thumb on the back of the neck. Right? It's sturdy. I'm not squashing. I'm not gripping. I'm only making contact with my thumb. Hold down that chord and strum 4 strings. Try with different rhythms. Try down and up. Try to arpeggiate them. Try to finger pick them. Be creative. Now let's add a little color to our D chord. Here we have a regular D. Now if I add my pinky, 3rd fret on the 1st string, That's called a Dsus4. I'm not going to get into the theory here, but it's a D suspended 4 or a Dsus4. Dsus4. Or I can have my regular D and I can lift my middle finger up, making the top string open instead of 2. And now that's a Dsus2, D suspended second. Now when we add those chords together, we get free falling. D, Dsus4, Dsus4, D, Dsus2. So it's just that movement. I'll say the names of the frets this time, so I start with the D, which is the second fret on top. 2, 3, 3, 2, open, 2, 3. So I'm calling out the melody on top. 3, 2, open. She's a good girl. I don't know the lyrics. You get the idea. As simple as that. D, Dsus4, Dsus4 again, straight back to the D, and then a Dsus2. It's pretty, it's simple, it's clever. That's Tom Petty for you. She's a good girl, 'cause America is great and she loved Elvis. Jesus Christ Superstar. I think I messed up a lyric there.